Boy, it's a picture-perfect afternoon here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The roof is open, and it is time for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Just about set for football. Blake Groupie is ready to get us started.
And we are underway from AT&T Stadium.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Throwing first play is Lance.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Isaiah Foskey brings him down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Saints are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10.
At their own 46. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
They run it again with Kamara. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Here's 3rd and 3.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Let's go now. And Lance now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ferguson. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here is third down and 4. Down. Black. Set. On the run, it's Dowdle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Ready, break. Ready, break. Play action. Now it's Lance. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Ready. Here's 3rd and 10. Green gap. Ready. Here's Lance. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On the double. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big, big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
Again, it's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll audible to something else. 2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Throwing now is Carr. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here comes the Saints punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the gap.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo.
And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying the left side with Kamara.
Down to about the 45.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on second down.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Now a play fake. Carr. That's out to Hill, right side complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And they'll go with a ground attack here.
And that play going absolutely nowhere. They sniffed it out from the start, and it'll turn into a big loss.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and the lead will hold at 10.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Lance looking to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Fourth down, 10 yards to go. Desperation time here. Lance.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 96 yards rushing now for Kamara, and it's a first down. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense, obviously stuff to work on, but they did enough, and the defense carried the load.
Well, you know what they say. It's always fun to work on things if it didn't go well in your game with a victory in your pocket. And that's what they've got going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Big D.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no game.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. So really a nice drive there for the first points of the game.
And how about the fact that it was a run by the wide receiver that got him into the end zone, Brandon? You know, these guys, we know they're not afraid to open up the playbook, and they showed it to us right there on the first drive.
The point after, good by Groupie.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. On the return, it's Xavier Worthy. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Stopped and handed a loss by Willie Gay that time. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. So the completion good for just 3. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. It's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, 59 yards. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. In motion, the tight end. On play action, now Carr. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Kamara up the middle. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Pacheco gets it again on second down.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
2nd and 6.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
That one out wide and intercepted. Still going inside the 20.
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you're expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Carr.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the 1st down.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And incomplete on the deep ball. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. Three quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Rolling to his right. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now here's Mahomes.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 17 yards out.
And the Chiefs have taken a fourth-quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And Shaheed going to go in motion.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Kamara. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. A give. This is Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Running with Kamara.
A big play here. Crowd on their feet. 3rd and 4.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Carr to throw.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Here's 1st down. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know it's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006. We welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Wilson going to throw right away. He's going to test this secondary right away. That is brought in. A big play right out of the gate on the first play. It covers 51 yards.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
That's complete. Calvin Austin. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. Chris Boswell on for the point after. His kick is good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. They'll return this from the 11. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this one, Mike, that we were going to see a lot of this guy, and we knew we'd see a lot of him early. And if that first play is any indication of the rest of this game, this defense is going to have their hands full containing him.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. On first down, they'll stay with Kamara on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. In motion is Hill. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll go play action with Carr. His first throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Steelers are going to take over just shy of midfield.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
This offense came into this drive hoping to extend their narrow lead, Mike, but instead, after first down, they find themselves in 2nd and forever following that big sack right out of the gate.
We are through 1. It's the Steelers with the early lead. More from New Orleans after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Back to throw is Fields. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Pat Freiermuth, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down. Fields to throw for it. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts.
You got to give credit to the defensive coordinator here. He went into attack mode, had a great blitz plan for this 4th down situation, disrupted the timing of the offense, and the quarterback had nowhere to go. He flushes out of the pocket to keep the play alive, and they're able to chase him down, force the sack, force the turnover on downs.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They'll go again here with Kamara. Kamara got a first down, still going. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. 2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to New Orleans after this. They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. It gets them down to the 6. They'll run here with Kamara. Down to the 4. It'll be second and goal. On second down, a run. Well, how about a reverse instead? Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. Third and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against a wall, back-to-back plays. You hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
They'll run for it. It's Kamara. And this time he's in. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Groupie able to add the extra point. And the Saints will level things out at 7 apiece. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Fields. He'll get rid of it and complete it. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down. Now Fields. This one grabbed by Austin. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. Shaheed now to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And he'll get forward for a couple. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. In motion is Hill. On second down, here's a run with Kamara. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. Here now, 3rd and 5. Play action now. It's Carr. He's got his man. It's Hill. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Saints first down. On the ground, it's Kamara. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. A give up the middle with Kamara. And good hard running will get him down close to a first down. Might be a yard short. Third and a yard. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. A pickup there of 13. First down, New Orleans.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Joey Porter Jr. that time up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. In motion is Hill. Now Kamara. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Larry Ogunjobi with the tackle for the defense. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game, late, and this is 3rd down. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. They hook up again, 2nd time on this drive, and this one's good for 18 yards and a first down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback, and he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away.
He slams it in there, and he is in. Alvin Kamara, touchdown Saints. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. On comes Blake Grupe for the PAT. The kick is good. The Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. First and 10. To throw is Fields. To the tight end, Freiermuth. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. To throw is Fields. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Fields. He finds Austin with the ground. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Fields now. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. They'll go with Harris. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Here we go. 1st and goal. On the ground, it's the tight end. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Important one here now for the Steelers. They're going to try to go for the 2-point conversion. Fields to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing to begin. It's Hurts. That's caught downfield by Smith. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
When we had a chance to talk to the coach the other day, what did he tell us, Mike? He said, I want to come out and be aggressive right from the start. And with that big shot downfield here early, I think it's pretty safe to say that's exactly what they have done. Now the key is, can they turn that explosive play into an opening drive touchdown and really get off to a fast start?
Second and 7. Dotson, the man in motion. Now Jalen Hurts on second. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
They'll throw on 4th down with Hurts. That's taken in left side by Smith.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short. They'll run with Barkley. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. off the play fake. Here's Carr. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. One quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. In motion is Hill. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Kamara. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Carr. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down with Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
2 minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. We're back to New Orleans after this. 2nd and 11. In motion is Hill. Now a toss, running left with Kamara. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Carr from the gun on third down. That is brought in. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. Marked down at the 6. Second and goal. They'll give this to Kamara, running right. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 3rd and goal coming up.
So on 2nd down, they try to hammer it in on the ground, Mike, but now on 3rd and goal, I don't think you have any choice but to put this ball in your quarterback's hands and test this defense through the air.
3rd and goal. Shaheed in motion. This one caught at the 4. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They say no to the field goal opportunity before halftime. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Carr working out of the gun. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 2.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From his end zone, it's Hurts. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least 1 first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
And they'll throw here with Hurts. The rush gets there. He goes down back inside the 5-yard line. So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. Cedric Wilson back to receive. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this 2nd half. Coming up. Just that 1 touchdown on the board. 7-0 the score as the 3rd quarter begins. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They're going to go right back to Kamara. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains. They'll go again here with Kamara. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. go play action with Carr. This throw right side is caught by Hill. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
Pre-snap, the quarterback loved that man matchup on his tight end, and a crossing route is a great man coverage beater. He's able to run away from the coverage, run to the far side of the field to a bunch of open grass. Ball's on target. Nice pickup.
And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. It was Milton Williams that time to bring him down. On the handoff, running left, it's Kamara. And he'll take it down inside the 20. A run into the red zone, a pickup of 6. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A run here with Kamara. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 3. Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now Carr on the bootleg. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this only down to the 6-yard line. So for the moment, the defense with the stop as we get to 4th down.
So often down here in these goal-to-go situations, so much of the emphasis is placed on taking away the wide receivers and the tight end targets in the end zone. It's not so easy bringing these backs down on the check down, so give a lot of credit to this defense, rallying to the ball and keeping them short of the end zone. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, Hurts. Open man downfield is Smith. 16 yards on the game and a quick 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll run. It's Barkley. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Hurts to the air on 1st down. The open receiver is Dodson. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Howden. He's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. It's up and through. And the Saints are on top. It's now 10-7. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now a loose football. The Saints have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And a terrific play for the defense to come up with the score that, Greg, extends their lead and really hurts the offense's momentum.
Mike, it's hard enough in this league when you find yourself trailing in the second half to be able to battle yourself back and try to end up winning this game. But when you have turnovers like that, that not only then extend the lead, it just makes that even a taller task.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st down. Now Hurts. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here. So time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. On first down, it's Hurts. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Looking right side, he's got a receiver. It's Smith. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk of yards, and they keep their hopes alive.
Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down. To the air again. Hurts. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Willie Gay. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
These second-half red zone opportunities are critical, Mike. I mean, you're not going to score every